Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a little gears investigation. So for this particular investigation, we are going to be investigating the mechanical advantage, so how much power something gives, the velocity ratio, which is basically how much speed or distance something gives, and the direction of movement with gears. So there's a worksheet for you to fill out, and in that you can calculate the mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. And they are basically just reverse formulas. So velocity ratio is the number of teeth on the driver divided by the number of teeth on the follower. The driver being the one that you are turning, the follower being the one that is being turned. For mechanical advantage, it's simply the opposite. Number of teeth on the follower divided by number of teeth on the driver. Okay, so what you would have picked up is a piece of styrofoam, 3 gears of different sizes. I only have two different sized gears, but it's not a big deal. 3 pieces of dowel and a marker. Then you would place the dowels inside each gear and do the following experiment. So I'm just going to go on to the experiment. So here I have 2 of my gears in a piece of styrofoam, and I'm going to start off with the larger gear driving the smaller gear. So in this case, I have the 30-tooth gear driving the 20-tooth gear. Okay? And all I've done here is I've put a little marker spot so I can see the movement of the gear. And what you'll see is that when I turn this driver gear, the follower gear, once I get that driver gear spot back to the original place, which is hard to see, but that's the original place. Oops, sorry. The follower gear on the 20 teeth has gone around 1.5 times. So I think you can probably see the marker spot over here. Okay, so I think I maybe got out of frame there for a minute, so I apologize for that. So I'll just try it again, and what happens is that once I get it back to that spot, they actually should match up again. Now let me see, am I in the right spot? Oh my, hard to see. It's funny, I can't hold the camera there and see it at the same time. So we're not quite there. There we go, 1.5. All right, sorry, out of frame again. So when I calculate the velocity ratio of that particular gear, I get 30 teeth divided by 20 teeth, and I get a velocity ratio of 1.5. So greater VR, therefore it goes faster. When I do it the other way around, when I have the 20-tooth gear as the driver, so hard to do this, I would turn it around a full oops, it's really hard for me to see 2 things at one time, a full circle. And what happens is you see that the the follower gear has only gone 2/3 of the way. So if I look at my my velocity ratio formula, I can see 20 divided by 30 equals 0.66. So in this case, it goes slower or not quite as far. Okay, so when I'm doing mechanical advantage, same sort of idea. I'm going to start with a smaller gear, and I can turn it again. You're not going to see the same movement this time, but when you do the calculations, what you'll notice is that when the smaller gear moves the larger gear, 30 divided by 20, you get 1.5. Higher mechanical advantage, therefore more power. And with the larger driving the smaller, you get a lower mechanical advantage or less power. So it's sort of an inverse relationship. In order to get more power, you want the smaller gear to be driving. In order to get more mechanical advantage or more, I don't know what I just said. Yeah, so if you want to get more power, you want the smaller gear to drive the larger gear. If you want to make it go farther or faster, you would use the larger gear moving the smaller gear. Okay, so the next thing is adding an idler. So where did I put it? Here it is. So I have another gear here. And basically what I have done now is that I have taken, where's my blue marker? I have taken I've got a third gear here, and each time I add another gear, basically what happens is it changes the direction. So when I add the 22th gear going in this direction, it makes the 32th gear go in this direction. But now this guy right here, because he's in the middle, actually just becomes the idler gear. It just moves around as you go, but you are making this one here be attached to whatever it is you're moving. And the reason you would add an idler gear is if you want this gear and this gear to be making it go in the same direction. Okay? So direction without an idler would be opposite the driver. Oops. And direction with the idler is same as the idler. Okay, so here we go. That is the end of our lab.